Welcome to the Record TV. I'm your host Kyle Nunez, and we're bringing you the finest of what's happening at RVCC. A friendly reminder that finals are coming up, so make sure you study hard so you can ace your finals. Now let's get into the first segment of the Record TV. In our first segment, Debate Club has hosted a debate which features a format of the British Parliament. Let's check that out.
It's argued that when considering the opportunity cost of attending college, instead of entering the workforce straight out of high school, it may not be worth it. My teammates and I are here to present the motion that the benefits of attending college greatly outweigh the costs, and therefore it is still worth it. Firstly, I would like to address some of the figures surrounding the cost of attendance. While it is true that attending college is more expensive today than it has ever been, even when adjusted for inflation, it is also true that colleges now award more financial aid than ever before, making it an essential distinction between the sticker price of college and the actual cost of attendance. Metrics from 2021, collegeboard.org, shows that the average net tuition fee paid price for a first-time in-state student enrolled in a public four-year institution is lowest in 2021 with an estimated $2,640 per semester.
This House believes that college is not essential in today's climate. My team and myself will present various arguments as to why this is the case. Firstly, I'd like to start off with the main point that my opposition raised. My opposition brought up the cost of attendance as being a major focal point and gripe between the current situation. I will explain why this situation is detrimental and needs a maximum amount of information to provide why. The United States national student loan debt has been steadily increasing over the past few years and decades. This cost can be contributed to the rising price of college, as well as the sticker price, as well as the incumbency that provides loans. Students are taking on unfathomable amount of loans at the mere age of 18. Many people cannot fully comprehend what these numbers are. Hundreds of thousands of student loan debt will be spent over years of their life paying back a sum that might seem impossible. In addition, as of late 2023, student loan debt was a substantial portion of U.S. debt as a whole. It was estimated to be over $1.7 trillion, affecting millions of Americans. The majority of debt comes from federal student aid. In addition, the U.S. student loan debt has also surpassed U.S. credit card debt. That number is staggering for a multitude of reasons. One being that this debt, as I began with, is burdening a student for the rest of their life.
The ability to raise your income by a factor of at least $10,000, in most cases $20,000, that I think the $20,000 difference is comparable to the debt that's owed, no?
This issue is about whether or not college is still beneficial in today's society. And by that, we're looking at society as a whole. For certain individuals, college is essential, but for others, it's not. And the data right now is showing that these careers where you need to have degrees to move forward, yes, it's beneficial for them. But for the vast majority of other students, it's not. And that's what we're talking about. Schools were created, forgive me, I don't know the exact figure, but I'm sure Harvard was, 1600s? These schools are institutional associations within our country. However, they were founded hundreds of years ago. Those schools do not have the internet and other avenues of learning factored into place.
Sure, you may be able to make a comparable salary, but you're going to be working much harder than someone who does have a degree. Okay, you're going to be breaking your back all day, doing manual labor, working long hours, just to meet the same income level.
The first points I want to bring up are some refutation of Benton's claims that all of these great things come from a college degree. You're healthier, you earn more money over the long run, you have more social mobility, and while many of these statistics may be true, we have to look at, is this correlation or causation? We have to understand, are people that go to college healthier because they also want to do well for themselves diet-wise and career-wise and all these other metrics? Or is the degree in and of itself that's giving them this wealth and success? So we have to think that these things may be correlated and it may not be the degree in and of itself. The point I want to bring today is something that I would call degree inflation. If you look at basic economics and the value of a college degree, take an example like the Federal Reserve. when they want to increase the money supply, they do a thing called quantitative easing. They expand the money supply by buying government long-term debts. And when they do this, the value of the dollar decreases. This is economics 101. So my argument is, why is this not the same with the value of a college degree? If you have so many more students that are becoming college educated, is it really that they are all so much smarter, or is it this new high school diploma?
I would say yes, that it is that they are smarter, and we can see this by the metrics of production within the U.S.
Lifelong friends and be potential mentors, as well as people you aspire to be like. Because of how diverse college is, there are plenty of clubs and activities you can engage in that will help you find your true passion.
How does friendship gain me more money? How does these soft skills that I can learn anywhere, especially in the workplace, why would I be paying tens of thousands of dollars for friendship?
Yeah, so that makes sense. I think it really comes down to when you're in a job, it's specific to like one industry. So, you know, people that you talk with or share ideas with are kind of on the same page as you are as far as like, what you need to know for the role that you're in that industry or in that job. Where school, however, is just a blend of different diverse people that you know, have different attributes, have different qualities, and therefore, you know, you can kind of form relationships with.
College is a guarantor of nothing but debt. Debt that you cannot write off, debt that hinders you from getting a home, debt that hinders you from getting a car, debt that hinders you from investing in not only yourself, but into stocks and bonds that mature and gain you money, which is, let's not forget, the entire point of school.
From what it sounds like, you're really downplaying the effects of going to school and just focusing on the debt itself, whereas college brings you a much larger earning potential than when you started, right? So, like I said earlier, this debt can come at a very low price when considering the fact that your earning potential increases by a factor of $20,000 a year.
As if you get a job. And college unemployment rates, as I said before, college graduate unemployment is at about peaked at about 4.8%, while the national unemployment is around 3.1%. It is upon the student to take advantage of the resources available at the school, but what I'm also saying is it is up to the school to guarantee that this student, that this future employee has an almost guaranteed chance of having a career, and not only a career, but a well-paying career. And
Well, nothing's guaranteed in life. You can't guarantee employment. You can put people on the right
so why
track.
would you guarantee? Yeah, you can't guarantee employment, but you're saying that this degree that I'm spending tens of thousands of dollars on will.
School is a tool. Without a plan on how to use a tool, it's not going to help you at all. And that's what happens to many students. They don't understand how to properly utilize the tool that school offers, or the tools that school offers. For example, scholarships are available for students who are of lower income, and they can subsidize a lot of the cost of going to school, along with student resources, where there's tutoring centers to help understand how you your classes better. A prompt that we were given was whether or not, in today's day and age, if school is worth it. It never mentions that you need to get a degree. Some people learn skills just by attending one semester at college, maybe one class, and they learn these skills that they wouldn't have learned in the real world, such as messaging in business infrastructure or collaborating with peers in group projects.
I want to thank everyone for a cogent and intelligent debate today. It's clear from this debate that college is not a decision that one makes lightly.
Well, that was an interesting and very competing debate. Now we have interviews of the president of the debate club, Akasha, and the VP, Benton. Let's check that interview out. Welcome to The Record. This is an interview between the debate club's leaders, Akasha and Benton. We will be asking interview questions about their experiences and all the stuff that they've been doing in the debate club. So, first question.
Looking back on your time as president and Benton as vice president, what are you most proud of achieving with the debate club?
Well, personally, I would say just the amount of attendance at meetings and events, like being able to bring this many students together to do something as challenging as debate, is definitely, one, a surprise and a pleasant surprise at that, so.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think that our events are really a testament to our club. A lot of the things we do really rely on team involvement and how engaged everyone wants to be. And because of how engaged everyone's willing to participate in, we're able to have such cool events and so consistently.
That's a good question. So, okay, I'm going to go over to the second question. What do you feel has been the biggest impact of the debate club on its members and the community?
I would say confidence, building
Yeah.
confidence of members, just being able to publicly speak and then be challenged on the ideas you're publicly speaking on is something really hard to do.
Yeah.
I was challenged with it a lot when I first started, so.
I think it's the coolest thing as I guess club members, we've been able to pitch debate team as something that everyone can benefit from, whether it's, you're a pre-med student or a business student or whatever the case is. This is a club you can gain something from no matter what. And to Benton's point, some of our members, some of ourselves included, came in here afraid of public speaking, trembling when we have to say something in front of the team. But now we have so many well-spoken individuals that it's been really cool to see everyone kind of progress.
What advice would you give to future leaders of the debate club?
Well, for me, I would say try to get as many people involved and to, spread out the responsibility, because it was definitely a challenge for us to organize and plan events while participating in these events every time. So being able to find other club members who are willing to take a leadership role is definitely important.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it just comes down to create systems. I mean, Benton's such a good friend of mine, so we were able to create systems for events and meetings that just worked well for us. But whatever the new legislation or leadership that comes in and creates, it really just comes down to what works with their skill set, what they want to accomplish, and then I guess kind of like that system of how can they get that to fruition.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good. So, fourth question is, are there any memorable moments or debates that stand out to you during your tenure?
Yeah, I mean, I can name a bunch just coming to mind. It could be everything, right? It could be our first mock debate in the classroom where we had the old leadership as well as us, kind of both of our first years, to even now, going bowling or doing club events. At least for me, I was unsure of what my social life would kind of entail at RV, and this club was the forefront of where I got to meet really cool people. It's where I met Benton. It's where I made so many friends, which I'm going to keep even after my time at RV.
Yeah, definitely like lifelong friends. The most memorable thing for me was, one, the first debate I was really nervous, and then progressing from there at each debate and just keeping in touch with everybody who's a part of the team. So for instance, the previous president, we both still keep in touch with. We hang out with him sometimes. So these are just people who I'll keep in contact with probably for the rest of my life. So.
Okay. How do you envision the future of the debate club after your departure, and what role do you hope it will continue to play in the college community?
Great question.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it continues on as its trajectory is facing out right now. I mean, it's continuing to grow, and we hope this is something that can be, kind of codified into the school, where professors recognize it as a real team, and other schools are willing to participate in events with us over the years. Yeah, something like an intercollegiate debate would be something that we both worked towards this semester. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but we'd like to see that happen in the future. I mean, it's a great opportunity for everybody involved.
I think it comes down to stages. I think that given that this is a 2-year institution, you kind of have to take every club year as it goes. Obviously, momentum plays a part in that, and once you have momentum, it's kind of easier. But I feel like first stage is getting a core group of people where you can have meetings and events, and then after that, it really just kind of scales with the club. If you have a member team that's willing to do mock debates every other weekend or once a month, then you can scale to that. And then if you want to have cross-school debates, and as long as your team is willing to participate in that, then you can reach out to other schools and things like that. So, really am curious to see where it's going to go, but I'm also really excited to see where it's going.
Okay, those are good answers. So, this may include to the second question, but the sixth question is, how has being part of the debate club shaped your perspective on communication, critical thinking, and leadership?
some heavy hitting questions.
I think it's played a bigger role than the majority of my classes. I mean, just being able to get on stage to like a podium and speak about a topic that I've been researching for a week, and then knowing that someone's going to oppose that no matter what I say is something that I never really, have practiced doing, and that's really helped me with my critical thinking, my research ability, and then my public speaking as well. So it's built a lot of confidence and abilities with me.
I have to quickly interrupt. Should I ask number 7, or should we just skip over that?
You can. I mean, that's your choice.
What do you think?
I mean.
Sorry, the boom is just going crazy.
Too hard to answer, so I'm thinking we could do.
Well, might as well just skip.
Okay, I'll skip to number 8.
You got number 8.
Sounds good.
3, 2, 1, cut. As you prepare to transfer, how do you plan to continue your involvement in debate or similar activities in your academic or personal endeavors?
Good question. Yeah, every school I'm applying to has a debate team, a pretty involved debate team. So I plan on joining debate wherever I go.
Yeah, I think that I definitely, Benson and I were just at one of the schools we just got accepted to, is open house, and we saw other programs similar to debate. And I don't know, I feel like these are soft skills you might learn through debate team or through school, but I mean, every time I've gone to an interview or I've gone to meet someone or for lunch or whatever the case is, I feel like skills that I've gained through clubs like this, through this club particularly, I apply to that. Whether it be lunch meeting someone or whether it be, presenting in front of a group or an audience, debate team has been so instrumental in building up those skills and that confidence that comes with it. I feel like a lot of members too come in at different stages of that as well. We've had people who literally have fears of public speaking and become a debate member, and we have people who can go into a room and just rock a crowd. So I think that at every stage you have different things you can kind of build off of, and knowing what stage you're at and then just trying to gain from there is the best way you can approach it.
Okay. So those are all the questions we have. Those were some really good answers, guys. It's good to hear from the debate team. Now to focus on the second segment. Last Tuesday, A-Board hosted an end-of-the-year festival for RVCC, which the festival is Coachella themed, featuring lots of games, music, and food. We have videos and interviews of the people at the event, along with a couple of A-Board members.
We're all good now. Hopefully everybody has fun here at RVCC. Go Lions!
Yeah, so one of my biggest goals I would say is definitely more club collaborations. A-Board is a huge club with a lot of funding, and I feel like a lot of our clubs don't get to experience that funding as much as, compared to student government budgeting and all that stuff. So I would really prefer if A-Board would get to collab with a lot more, clubs. I actually did create a form where clubs can actually collab with A-Board, and they have to set it up now, so then during the year it's actually scheduled out correctly. Yeah. I think, back to what I originally said, club collaboration. A-Board is a huge club, but we can't do it alone. So if we collab with other clubs like, debate club, math club, environmental club, creating bigger events, more students are going to want to have to stay on campus. So I think things like that.
Yeah, that's all the questions we have.
Thank you.
So, Fran, how's your day going?
It's going great. We're here at the RVCC Coachella event, sponsored by our activities board, our A-board. It's going great. We've got lots of food, lots of fun things going on.
All right. So, what do you guys got planned on the tables right now for food?
So right now, in our main area, we have food by Division Street Cafe, so empanadas, wings. We also have a vegan and vegetarian station. Over here where I'm serving is our kosher station with lots of things in honor of Passover. So everything's kosher. And at the very end is all halal food. So there's hummus and some other very tasty treats for those who eat halal food.
All right. What do you like about this event so far?
Everybody's turning out. It's really great. It's great to see the students, especially as we get so close to the end of the semester. People just relax, have fun, and we got some great music.
All right, well, we do see it's a very great turnout. There's a lot of students here. There's a lot of people. Do you think this has exceeded your expectations?
Yeah, this is my first one since I've been at the college. I just started in December, so I'm very happy to be here. The student life team, especially Alicia, has done a lot of hard work with the A board to make this happen. So we're really glad we have a nice turnout, and we're happy to be here.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, I have Jake here, and I would like to say to you, Jake, considering this is your last year, what do you have to say for the beautiful RVCC viewers of this episode about one of your last contributions to the record?
It has definitely been an interesting experience for me at the record, but I think that I and everybody else at the record during my time have been able to cover issues that matter a lot to RVCC students, so I can only be thankful for that. Kyle?
Well, thank you for that.
Well, best of luck, Jake. I'm going to be now the president of the record, so you guys are going to see more segments, and yeah.
Well, that wraps it up, ladies and gents. See you next time on the next episode of The Record TV.